Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 Q&A episode. Today we're talking and answering some questions about tomorrow's DLC, since I'm pretty excited for it. We haven't had a DLC in a few months, so it's pretty excited, even though the DLC is sort of small, but we will answer some questions about it that you guys submitted on Twitter. Now, I do want to say that I will be announcing a giveaway either today, later on today, or tomorrow. A shark card giveaway, so if you guys want a chance to get a free shark card, then go follow me over on my Twitter. The link to that is in the description. It's twitter.com/dat_Saintsfan. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and hop into the questions. First one from Arska. How excited are you for the new DLC? I think most people, I can say, I don't think many people are super excited. It's not like Import-Export DLC where we knew all this stuff, where we had these like crazy vehicles being mentioned before the DLC came out. I don't think it's anything like that. I think this is sort of like, you know, a middle of the line, middle of the pack DLC where people are excited because we're getting some new cars. You know, the classic cars, they look cool. And then we're also getting this new stunt races that are going to be specifically made for the special vehicles. And even though I haven't played stunt races in a while, for a good, you know, month or two, maybe even 3, they were really fun. So I think I'm, you know, in the middle about it. I'm excited, but I'm not like overly excited. And I think that's what most people are kind of feeling right now. Although if you don't like racing, then you probably don't like this DLC and you're waiting until the gun running one. Moving along though, Shane, will you be streaming once it releases? So yeah, I will be. Unfortunately, it looks like there's only going to be maybe one. Well, there's going to be for sure one car that comes out tomorrow, maybe more. We don't know about clothing or any other purchasable items, but I will be up early tomorrow morning and I will be streaming the new races and testing out the new car just to see what everything's like. It probably won't be a super long stream, but maybe you want to catch it before you go to school or work, then I will for sure be up. Moving along, Scott, do you think tomorrow will bring more than just one new car? Well, we already know from the leaks earlier. If you haven't checked out my video, go do that because I talk about the prices of the vehicles that are going to be coming as well as what the vehicles look like because we got some screenshots. But there are going to be 4 or 3 other cars in addition to the ProGen GP1. There's the Infernus Classic, the Turismo Classic, and this car called the Rustin. But those won't be released, at least according to Yan the leaks. They're not going to be released tomorrow. They're going to be over the next couple of weeks. But apart from cars, we don't know. I'm hoping maybe we get some new clothing, maybe some more racing clothing. That would be kind of cool. Obviously, there probably won't be any new weapons because new weapons don't really fit, but it looks like this is going to be a somewhat small DLC in terms of purchasable items, which is a good thing because then you don't need to spend all your money. Next one from Jesse. Why do you think they went with those classics, and do you think maybe they will do like a modern upgrade in Benny's? So why do I think they went with the classics they chose? So if you're wondering, the Infernus Classic and the Turismo Classic, since we got leaked pictures of them, we got to decide, or we got to figure out what cars they're based off of in real life. And the Turismo is based off of the Ferrari F40, where the Infernus is kind of an amalgamation, like a combination of the Testarossa and the Lamborghini Diablo. And I think the reason they went with those cars is just because, well, they're some of the better looking cars, you know, classic supercars that have been made. And I think more specifically, the reason they went with like the Infernus Classic and the Turismo Classic is because those are just known names in GTA. Like if you ask somebody, you know, what are some GTA cars, I'm sure one of their answers will be either the Infernus or the Turismo. Like that's one of the most popular GTA, you know, cars. So that's why they went with those. As for some other ones, if you look at it like that, I can completely understand why they didn't go with the Deluxo, because unless you're a super hardcore GTA fan or played Vice City a lot like I did, then most people don't remember the Deluxo. They don't really care about the Deluxo because it was only in Vice City. But the Turismo, the Infernus, those have pretty much been in every single GTA game. As for the next question, do you think they will do a modern upgrade? And if you're talking about a modern upgrade on those two cars, like on the two classic cars, I don't think that would make sense because we already have an upgraded Turismo, or a modern Turismo, and a modern Infernus. So no, I don't think that'll be the case. But see, what I do think could happen is the complete opposite. So this next question from Austin: do you think we'll get new Benny's vehicles in the update? Now, if you haven't checked out the video I did earlier talking about the prices of these vehicles, they're super low. The Infernus Classic is, I believe, only $900,000, and the Turismo Classic is only $700,000. And we all know Rockstar like their super high-end and high-priced supercars, so I'm wondering if maybe those prices are of the Benny's upgrade option, because then that would be more along the lines of what they've done in the past, where you bring the Turismo or the Infernus to Benny's, and then that turns into the classic version. They did it with the Comet, they did it with the LG, so it's not completely out of nowhere, and it would make you spend more money than just the $700,000 or $900,000, because you'd also have to buy the Infernus or the Turismo, which at least with the Infernus isn't that much money, but the Turismo is a little bit more. And it does make sense because the Turismo Classic, according to the leaked prices, is $200,000 cheaper than the Infernus Classic. And if you're spending more on the base Turismo model, then it kind of evens out in the end. So we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, you know, we only have a few hours left until the DLC does come out. And speaking of the DLC time, because I'm sure I'll get this question, the DLCs normally come out around 4 a.m. Central Time, which is around 5 a.m. Eastern Time, which I believe is 10 a.m. for you UK guys over there in Europe. And then Pacific Time, that is around 2 a.m. in the morning. So if you want to wake up early, like I said, I'll be live streaming, but you can wake up early. You can get in, check out everything before everyone else gets up. That is a time, though, when the DLCs normally drop. Next question from Johans. Do you think the new cars will be good in races, or do you think they will suck? I see two scenarios. One, if the prices are legit and you just buy the car straight up for $700,000 or $900,000, then I don't think they'll be as competitive in races as, you know, the other cars that are way more expensive. However, if they're Benny's upgrades, then I could see them being up there in speed. Maybe they won't be the fastest, but I could definitely see them, you know, hanging around with the T20 and the X80 and the Pro Gen or the 811. So it just depends on what Rockstar are going to do. As for the Pro Gen, though, the GP1 at 1.2 million, I don't think it'll be as good as the T20 or as good as even the Tyrus, because the Tyrus is up there too. But hey, Rockstar could shock us all. All-Star, do you think that speaking of this, do you think the Pro Gen GP1 will be faster than the T20 and more expensive than the T20? Well, we already know the price. It's going to be like $1 million cheaper than the T20, and I think that's going to indicate that it is going to be a little bit slower than the T20. I will have tests, obviously, for you guys, so if you don't want to buy anything, if you want to wait for those tests to come out, I will be doing a car guide comparing the GP1 against the T20, against the Tyrus, against all the other supercars. So, and I'll do the same for the other cars that will be coming out in the weeks to come. So definitely subscribe if you're not already and look out for those videos. C4 Forever, what car are you most excited about? Honestly, I think I'm most excited about the Turismo Classic. That's such a beautiful looking car, and it is a little bit cheaper than the other ones. So I'm looking forward to that. I just hope it doesn't have the same problem as the regular Turismo, where it's super low to the ground and like you hit a bump and you go flying over it. So I hope they fix that. But that is definitely the car I'm most excited about. Let me know in the comments which one are you guys most excited about. Samuel, do you think the prices leaked by Yan are low? Kind of just what I talked about. I do think they're low, and since and maybe we're, like, it's kind of funny how we're just expecting. Maybe Rockstar like, you know what? We'll just give these guys a little break. We'll make them we'll make these cars less expensive. But I don't know if that's going to be true or not, so we'll see. I definitely think they are low, and it is kind of interesting as to why they are so low. And then the last question from Isan, do you think they will release all the cars at once or one a week? I'm not a fan of getting one car a week. So the rumor at the moment is that they'll drip feed the cars again, where it's one car per week. I'm kind of mixed on this, because on one hand, yeah, it would be awesome to have all of these cars at once. But then on the other hand, if you get them all at once, then one, it's longer between that DLC and the next DLC. Two, you get burned out a lot quicker. And I think that's why Rockstar does it ultimately, because they don't like the people saying, oh, I'm bored of this. Where if they drip feed the cars, then, you know, people will look forward each week to, you know, to the cars. There might not be as much initial excitement, but there's definitely a longer period of excitement versus if they just release them all at once. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, which method do you prefer? Would you rather have all the cars at once, or would you rather them do like they seem to be doing, where they just drip feed the cars one per week. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, though. Please drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to my channel if you are not already for some awesome GTA content. I'll be putting out a bunch of videos tomorrow on the DLC and even a live stream, so definitely check that out. But thank you all, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.